Graeme, I know that you talk a lot about diversity in your innovation work. Why is this such a focus for you?
Yeah, well, we like to work with diverse groups of people, especially on ideation. As you know, when we're working with clients to generate new ideas, we use brain fuel, developed in a number of ways, and this brain fuel helps with the creation of more ideas and usually more unique ideas. So diversity in the group we're working with just multiplies the effect of brain fuel again. Diversity really just means different people with different life experiences looking at the same information, the same situation, the same opportunity, but from different perspectives. And these different perspectives just mean that they make different connections in their head, which in turn leads to different ideas, different angles, or different ways of thinking about how ideas can be applied. So anytime we're engaged by clients on idea generation and implementation, then we'll always be encouraging them to get as much diversity as possible in the room and really leverage that for a more productive session.
Yep. So, and how can organisations get more diversity into their innovation teams then?
Well, the obvious thing is just to involve the diverse range of people that are already in the organisation. So it's not unusual if we're working with an engineering company or a tech company that they get their engineering, R&D or new product development team involved, and that's fine. But we would also ask them to bring someone from finance, someone from HR, maybe someone from marketing or sales. This usually isn't a problem for organisations, but oftentimes it's just not their first instinct. So we like to get diversity in terms of job role or function, but we're also looking for diversity in terms of length of service, and gender, maybe ethnicity and nationality. In fact, you and I have worked on projects with multinational organisations where we've ensured that people from different countries end up working on the project and in the room. So sometimes we can take this further again by involving people from outside the organisation. I've worked on projects where my client has involved some of their own trusted customers in the idea sessions and beyond. And that's good. I've had other clients go to local universities and recruit some undergrads or postgrads for various parts of the innovation project. Sometimes even some of the academic staff get involved as well. I remember one project in Ireland where we had a bit of a miscommunication with the client though. I suggested, as usual, that they tried to get some students along to the initial brainstorming session we were doing. So a few weeks later, when the session took place, I turned up to find a group of kids in school uniform, senior kids. And I thought they were there maybe because the school bus had broken down or something like that. But it turns out that when the client had heard me say students, they thought I meant school kids. So I must admit, I was a bit sceptical about what value they could add, but I was really very wrong. I think there was around 6 of them, and they made a really good contribution. It worked really well. Of course, I found out later that the school kids in question had previously won a National Schools Innovation Project, so maybe that helped.
Yeah. Okay, and any more thoughts on anything else you could do to encourage more people to get involved in innovation?
Well, sometimes we talk about the 3 fundamentals of stimulus or brain fuel, diversity and fear. So for a successful project, we want more stimulus, more diversity and less fear. The inverse of fear, of course, is confidence. So anything that leadership can do to boost the confidence of participants, the better. One of the most obvious things to do is training. Train people in innovation methods and project management in the organisation, its products or services or its core technologies. Give people more knowledge so they can feel confident about making a contribution. And the other thing leadership can do is set a healthy outlook on the concept of failure. You and I know that failure is an integral part of innovation. We need lots of ideas because most of them will fail. But not everybody gets that. We still work with organisations where failure is seen as a bad thing. So this thinking needs to be reset to view failure as learning. And the faster we learn, the quicker we can bring our new ideas to fruition. So that kind of message needs to get through to all involved in the innovation process.